Well, my goodness, you have really been on a fast track because it's quite a leap from an engineer to the success you've had as a consultant so quickly. I mean, you have a sales team, you have systems in place, and you've just been here over a year. Is that right?
Yep.
And you've hit inner circle 3 times in that year. And then in June, you hit inner circle and circle of excellence at the same time, which was really, I love it when that happens. So congratulations.
Yeah.
And Link, had you heard of Bob Proctor before?
But I wasn't able to, get the results that I wanted. And as soon as I heard Bob, I was like, oh my God, he's speaking to my soul. So I was like, okay, this is it. This is my message. I'm ready. So last year.
That's right, March of 2021. Yeah.
So I did that and I decided to go all in, and that's right.
Cool.
Almost 2000. And I started to work at night and then do my engineering degree. And I did that for 5 years.
Wow. That's impressive.
Now,
Now,
you are extremely resilient, a quality that not a lot of people have. Bob had it. Bob was extremely resilient. Brian can tell you great stories over Bob's life where he needed to be, but that is a trait that will do you well your whole life.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yep. I will agree with that.
Yeah.
And I got to jump in and just say, Guillermo, congratulations first. It's a big deal doing what you've done this quickly. Not a lot of people do it this quickly. So whatever you're doing it right. But at the end of the day, you're the one doing it. And, that's impressive. And Doug's talking about gold, and you just keep doing what you're doing. You will be gold in no time at all. That's a very cool thing.
Yeah, it's everywhere in my office. Gold pin,
Yeah.
gold pin. So yeah, I do meditation, visualizations, and things like that. So I'm actually right now with Arash too in the 7-figure self-image training.
Oh, good.
Good.
So yeah, I mean, trust me, it is in
So
my mind
numerous.
every single day.
Well, I loved what you said in one of your answers. I believe in me. And that is such a powerful statement, because when you believe in yourself, there's just no stuff. You're always going to be okay. It's going to happen. You just have a knowing. When did that start for you? Have you always been that way? And I mean, you're very successful. It sounds like you've always been successful with, I mean, you had the restaurant thing, but
Part of success.
yeah, that's part of your success, right? But believing in yourself, is that something you had to really work on to build this business as well as you have?
I will say that I've always known that I'm here to do great things. But I didn't have the self-knowledge, self-control, and all the knowledge that I've acquired. And I know I'm just such a rookie right now for you guys, but I mean, with everything that Bob taught me, it's just like my mind just blew away. I was like, wow, yeah, I'm that guy. So now I'm like, I mean, I'm just unstoppable the way I feel. And I don't mean by in an arrogant way. I just, I'm so grateful for that information. And I feel the responsibility to take that legacy, Bob's legacy, to everybody in the world. But I do believe in myself. I've always been confident, but I didn't have awareness of so many things. And now I have awareness. And I know what I'm being congruent. I know what my state of mind has been. And so many things that I've been able to be aware now. There's nobody can stop me now. Trust me, nobody. Because now I know myself. Sorry?
You just said something. I'm just transcribing an interview that I did with Kim Calvert last week. And you just said something that she said almost exactly. You said you're always confident, but you didn't have the awareness. So she says now that she has the awareness, and it's so interesting. You are just right in line with where she is. And those are really big tracks to be following in. So You are on your way, mister.
Thank you very much. And of course, she's such an example, you know. And
Yes.
but I love the fact that Bob taught us to not compete, create, and also just by seeing her, I'm like, there's no reason why I can't be like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
No reason.
Good
So
for you.
and again, I'm always trying to be aware that I'm not just talking but doing. So I will demonstrate it with quite some time from now.
You got a nice way about you too,
Yeah.
Guillermo. Just you come off very relaxed and calm, and not that you come off, you are, obviously, though you present that way here on camera, and I personally be even stronger, you know. There's a real sincerity about you, you know, that would play a part in your results too, because people would feel pretty good around you fairly quickly, you know, and you are confident, and that shows, but it's not in an arrogant, cocky, egotistical way. It's just it's a nice, warm confidence that you exude, and so people will follow you, you know.
Be a good leader. Yeah.
Yeah.
He reminds me of
already are.
Bob. It reminds me of Bob. I mean, you are the definition of the product of the product.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dad always said, anybody that has what he called calm confidence, he just admired some people that had calm confidence. He said, they're the ones that get on in the world, because they're the ones that go out and do it, but that warm people into them. And you have that. So that's a really nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, what you guys don't know is that I think I have a poker face, trying not to cry, to be honest. Because, you know, the second time I qualified for the inner circle, I wanted to thank Mary Morrissey, and I just started crying. I was like, you know,
I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
I just couldn't hold myself, you know. Just by seeing Brian, I was like, man. So, but yeah, I don't want to cry. But
We cry when we see Brian too.
Brian cries all the time. You should see him. He sleeps like a baby.
It's true. It's true.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I come from almost nothing, so
yeah, but you came from nothing, but you are something.
You must be so proud of yourself.
Yes.
Really. And not just yourself, but just the change you're making, the people you're helping, the lives you're impacting. My gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you. This is.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm glad we did this call, because we, you know, like, you mentioned events, and we just haven't had the opportunity to. We were doing them every 4 months or so, and so we were very close to people, and you would get close to, you know, a lot of other people, and so I'm just glad we did this call, because we get a chance to, you know, to chat with you, and listen. We're here to help you any way we can. So you can reach out. You can book a call. You can come on the calls that I mentioned for the Circle of Excellence. You can reach out to me. You know, we obviously, you know, we love supporting people that want to, you know, do this work and carry on this information and Bob's legacy, and doing it the way you're doing it, you know, showing up the way that you're showing. I mean, we want everybody obviously to figure out what you've figured out, and you know, we do our best to do that. But it's when people step up themselves, like you have, and make it happen. You know, obviously we want to just keep, you know, supporting you and doing that. And as you do that, you know, you build up the belief for others too, and they can follow in your footsteps. And listen, Bob did a fantastic job of, you know, creating some real leaders to follow in his footsteps, and I know that he would want us to keep creating leaders to follow in his footsteps. You know, so you're a good man. You can tell.
Yeah, and I think extending on what Doug just said, Guillermo, is that you now have all of our contact info, and we don't do this with everybody. We really just do it with the people that are out there making it happen. And if any one of us could do anything for you, all you have to do is reach out and just ask us.
That's what we do.
This will be in my heart, trust me. This will be so inspiring and motivating for me. When I started a year ago, 5 days later, I got a loan for that money. So I didn't have the money. And 5 days after, I had an accident with my boy. We were, playing with this resisting band to do exercises. And then that thing hit on my eye. And then I just went
Oh.
back. And then I ended up on the hospital. And then it was a month and a half on bed. And then I was so desperate because I'm a self-employed, I didn't have the money, I have the loan, and now I had to pay, and I had to do everything, but I couldn't even read, to be honest. And then I think it was less than a month, Marcelo called me and say, get up. And so that's why, going through all this, I get so emotional, but um, when I got there, when I got to the PGI and started going through, the website and stuff, I was so overwhelmed for so much information. But also I went to recognition and I said, okay, who are the guys I'm going to follow? Because I will be there. And here I am.
Here you are. Ta-da.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Wow.
You guys have such a great company, such a great legacy. I mean, you are just the top of the top. Once I started studying, I was like, oh man, this is such an information you don't find anywhere.
So what was it for you? Because you'd been studying personal development with different people. What was the difference for you?
I will say that Bob teaches you that no matter what your past is, no matter where you come from, you have greatness within you, and you don't have to compete to anybody. Look, the mentors that I had before, I realized by studying, I think I had 2 or 3 weeks of studying, deeply on this information. And I realized that Bob's message is a love message, and the other ones is an ego message. Ego destroys, love constructs. I was like, oh my God, this is you. I need to tell everybody who they are, and I need to come with everybody with love instead of just trying demonstrating this stupid competence. I mean, a contest that I'm better than anyone. That's an ego side. It's a destructive side. But Bob's message is all about love and showing you there's greatness within you. So for me, I was like, this is the best message I've ever had before.
I loved what you said, that you leave everyone with an impression of increase, even the ones who say no. You leave them with an impression of increase. And that's so important. I mean, you got a little competition here with Brian Proctor, but
I see. Yes.
Actually, no competition. We already decided that there is no competition, but I can tell you, Brian can tell you very clearly, it's the best way to live.
I know. So, I mean, there's so much information. I'm sure I will discover so much information more that will bring my awareness higher, but I will say that will be that was the key, the message of love, of helping anybody and leaving everybody with depression of increase, is that I realize that it leaves me with the highest vibration possible. So the greatest benefit, whoever benefits the most is myself.
Right.
well,
And yeah,
Guillermo, you keep doing what you're doing, and you are going to just keep going. You're going to have higher highs and lower, not as low lows. There's always going to be a little bit of something, but if you just keep on the track you're on, you're going to hit gold very soon. And the best part is it's not the gold; it's all the people you've helped. And I think we can all tell just by listening to you that you love helping people, and that's a gift. That's a gift.
I do. I do, and I'm enjoying my ride. I'm enjoying my journey. Grateful every day for everything, even for my sandals and my everything.
What does your
Right.
family think, Guillermo?
What was that?
What does your family think?
I mean, my wife and I, we have a great relationship, and my son, he's 8 years. We moved to the U.S. and then he moved to the, I mean, of course, a school. We are living in such an amazing area right now, and he came to me and he said, "Dad, please teach me what you teach to others because I want to live the life that you live."
Oh,
Oh, wow.
God.
That's awesome.
No wonder you cry all the time.
Jeez, Guillermo, you gotta turn it off, buddy.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know what,
Oh.
Guillermo? I got to tell you something. If your son
Oh
is
my
8,
gosh.
you know, I was 9 years old when I learned the lesson about impression of increase from my father.
Wow.
So I was pretty much your son's age. So, you know, it's a great age to teach him what the impression of increase is all about. And boy, if he starts treating everybody he runs into in school and whatever in his life and leaves them with the impression of increase, you know, there's no looking back for that kid.
I know.
Brian, tell the story that your dad did with you.
Well, you may
It's
have heard
powerful.
it, Guillermo, but yeah, we had just moved to Chicago. As you know, we're from Canada. So we just moved to the US as well when I was 9 years old. And we had been all over the place. We'd been in Toronto, we'd been over in England, then back to Toronto. So by the time I was 9, we moved to Chicago. I'd been, I don't even know, probably 5 different schools in a very, very short period of time. And I was really nervous about starting a new school again in a new country with all these kids. And I didn't know anybody. And it wasn't the start of a school year. I was thrown in the middle of a school year. So, you know, it was kind of awkward. And I can remember sitting in the study with Dad and talking to him about this. And all he did was he looked at me and he says, "Brian, you just put MMFI across everybody's forehead." And I looked at him, I'm like, what does that mean? He says, "Just these letters mean make me feel important. So everybody you're talking to, make them feel important." And he says, if you do that with everybody you're talking to, you're going to make great friends. Everybody's going to love you and you will get along with everybody in school. And that's what I did. I just took that very simple lesson. Everybody I came in contact with, what could I do to make them feel important? And sometimes it's a simple compliment. You know, it could be anything. Just seeing something good in what they're doing and acknowledging it. You know, so many times we see somebody do something good and we don't acknowledge it. Just that acknowledgement is leaving them with an impression of increase. And that's what he taught me when I was 9.
Wow.
And I've got to say that's probably one of the most valuable lessons I ever learned. I mean, there's lots of them, but
Yeah.
you know, it's stuck with me for a little over 50 years now.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
you had the greatest teacher ever. So yeah.
Well, so does your son.
Thank you very
So
much.
does your son. That's what you want to look at.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the other day I taught him how to sell. So we
You gonna put him on your sales team?
yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
he's gonna run the business, I'm sure. But yeah, actually, he wanted to sell. He wanted money. I said, okay, you need to sell. You need to know how to sell. So then we bought some ice popsicles, and then we I mean, this is such an amazing residential area. So we went there, and then I showed him how to sell, and then he was like, he came in with $200.
Wow.
Because he also
Mine.
took that, the icer, how you call it, and he took the popsicles, and then he went to jiu-jitsu class, and then he saw all of them. So he is now like, hey, I'm so ready to sell. So I'm like, yeah, you need to know how to sell. But
Wow.
He started his first business.
It sounds like he knows how to sell.
no, but before I said, take some popcorns in little bags and then give them to all your classmates, because that's giving first. Give him first, and then you'll receive. And then 3 days after that one, that's when the sale took place. and then he got a lot of money. So he knows about a lot.
I love it. I
And
love
it's
it.
so smart because after the popcorn that's so salty, they need something sweet.
Yeah. Round
That's so
business.
good. That's so good.
Up until now, for me, you've just been this person I've been watching in the background. You know, I knew you'd been doing really well. I see your images and I see you on the calls, but this is a real treat for us.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
so
Yeah. No, listen, you'll be
You have already earned it,
fantastic.
Guillermo.
Not
You'll
only
be
have
really
you-
good at it.
Yeah, not only have you earned it, but
thank you.
this will be good for them. Like they're going to be so fortunate to have you on there because you speak so well to being a consultant and your success and how quickly you did it. And you didn't have a coaching program before or anything like that. You were an engineer. So like I said, that's a big leap. And so there will be a lot of people who will hear you speak and a lot of people you will relate to, who will relate to you.
Yeah, you know what, Guillermo? The bottom line is you've got a great story, and
Mhm.
stories are always what make it relatable. And number two is you're selling it in a language that my father didn't speak. So that's a tougher sale for you than everybody else that gets to sell it in the language that they speak. So, you know, your story and your message and what you're doing has a lot of value and people will resonate with it. So yeah, I would just feel good about it.
Thank you very much. Actually, what you just mentioned is the first time I read the book Hidden Power of Thomas
Mhm.
Trollope. I think I had like 2 or 3 weeks within PGI. I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't. It was in English. I don't know what this means. But
Most people who speak English don't know what it means.
Yes.
I know. But like you're saying, there's so much things. I mean, you do definitely have to bring your awareness higher in order to understand so many of those things. Because what I always try to do is put it in a way that with examples, put it in a way that my students get it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need to listen it, like working with the law. I need to listen in English, and I gotta translate it and put it in a way that they do get it. But I actually love that, and I think I have that big gift, to be honest.
Now, do
I
you
think you
listen
do
in
too.
Spanish or English?
What was that?
Do you think in Spanish or English?
No, English. I mean, I mean, I've been speaking English for 25 years or so.
Okay. Yeah.
But I still, as you noticed, there are a few occasions when I'm
No, you speak perfect.
like,
Perfectly.
And so because I have a special love for engineers, my son is an engineer. What kind of engineer? Civil?
electrical.
Electrical. Wow.
Electrical.
It's a lot of schooling.
It was tough. Yeah, so I was working at night from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. My son asked me the other day, how much were you making? I was making $7 a day.
Oh my gosh.
From 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then I studied from 7 to 2 p.m. That's what I did for 5 years. And I think that's why I'm resilient, I guess.
I guess.
I guess. Yeah, you have certainly accomplished more than most. So, and at a very young age. That's amazing.
I'm not trying to blow my horn, but it's just.
You should definitely blow your horn. Blow your horn.
Thank you. Well, guys, I mean, I appreciate everything and I appreciate this call. This is so important for me and I'm so grateful. And I'm sure just charge my battery for so many months to go.
Well, it's charged.
Well, if you need
ours,
another
too.
charge to get past gold, let us know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I will.
And like Brian said, please, you have our emails now. I copied everyone on the last email to you, so you have everyone. Reach out to us at any time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Nice to meet you.
We are
Thanks for your time.
so glad you're here. We're so glad you're here.
I'm
So,
glad you guys are here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
all right. Thank
Dios
you
los
so much.
bendiga. Dios los bendiga. God bless.
How about
bless you.
adios? I know that.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.